A study of the relationship among experience inducing factors, experience certification, and behavioral intention. Success industry. Presenter Jung Shim. The success industry is a concept that started to spread in Japan in the mid-1990s, and that our experience is widely spreading in South Korea. In the experience in the success industry is seen that various programs of experience are developed and operated by utilizing communities. In the rural area, fishing and mountain village. This is concept that it is based on the amenity of agriculture, fishing, and the mountain village that the design sense of city of employer, and that program including systematic mix of attack rentals, food, and entertainment are developed and operated. Introduction. Therefore, in 2015, the government announced and promoted agriculture and fishing village policy of 6 industrialization of agriculture and fisheries by using high technology. Agriculture and fisheries to power twin growth of agriculture, fisheries, and food industry. This policy is to promote industrialization after fusion and integration of second and third industries based on agriculture and fishing village resources, and the activation of agriculture and fishing village tourism is added. To achieve the end, the government development an experience program for farming and fishing village. In the processing of searching for how to revitalize the rural tourism by integrating and managing tourism resources such as experience village and natural recreation forest to increase income. The concept and the definition of success industry. The Rural Development Administration government agency defined the success industry as from the generating new income and the model of community activation in agriculture by creating added values, including processing, distribution, tourism, and the service basis on production activity. And the Ministry of Agriculture, Food and Rural Affairs, which is changing over success industry, defines this complex industry that utilizes the tangible and intangible resource of farming, fishing, and the mountain area, and combines secondary industries such as food, local specialty products manufacturing, and processing with the tertiary industry or service industry. It is defined as an industry which production, processing, and tourism are combined. Though a concept of the success industry varies depending on governmental agencies and scholars, it is generally accepted that the success industry is one that promotes diversification of agriculture and comprehensive industrialization by increasing production of the first industry, second industry, processing industry, and tertiary service. A dictionary proves it experience means going through for oneself or undergoing such a thing. The experience is a psychological term said to be a fundamental thing. It's mixing of the intelligence, language, and the habit, unlike the mental processor, and the experience directly on through by the organism. On the other hand, the experience in the philosophical aspect is vivid, conscious process of content can be directly seen in an individual mind before he or she divides it into subjectivity and objectivity. However, social have various views of experience. Schmidt said that experience is a response to the stimulus such as marketing effect, before or after marketing, and it occurs for advanced direct operation and the following participation. The term certification divided from the Latin word certis and the patient from the perspective or etymology. Certification means filling or fulfillment. The concept of certification developed of psychology refer to the state of liking or satisfying without lacking or meaning in the dictionary meaning, and has long been defined by many scholars in the literature of business administration and tourism in particular. Studies on the certification in the tourism have been actively conducted. Olive said that certification is a judgment or response of general feeling, perceived and present or present in the course of customs, experience of good and service. Behavioral intention means that is like from prayer and advance to the psychology or military active, and it can be said that it indicates of whether be used or program, facility or specially place. Bowling viewed behavioral intention as a subject functionality in which intention, meaning individual subject stage of served as the intermediate barrier between individual activity and behavior, and defined individual will and belief to respond to specific future behavior or customer preference. One stage of behavioral intention is a subject possibility, and it intermediate variable between individual attitude and behavior, which means individual subject stage. This study is to verify the effect of success industry experience inducement factors on the satisfaction of the visitor and the behavioral intention in the future through empirical analysis. To achieve the purpose, the survey was made from February 1, 2020 to February 28, 2020. For those who experience to success industry and the success industry experience centered in the 경상남도. The questionnaire was written by personal self-registration method of by face-to-face. 300 copies of a questionnaire were distributed and 274 copies among them were written. 2,062 copies of the collected questionnaires were used for the final study except for 12 essential responses. For achieving for the proposal of the FoCos study, a research model in Figure 2 is presented based on literature research and previous studies. Please refer to the chart. This study aims to be establish and prove the following hypothesis on the premise that the success industry experience inducement factors will have a relevant impact of experience certification and behavioral intention. Hypothesis 1. Cognitive factors will have a relevant impact on the certification. Hypothesis 2. Emotional factor will have a relevant impact on certification. Hypothesis 3. Social factor will have a relevant impact on the certification. Hypothesis 4. Certification will have a relevant impact on the behavioral intention. Arbitrary and regularity of value. Prior to the analysis of reanalysis and ability (KMI), sample conformity measure and spectral verification result was conducted in order to hold measures to available for factors analysis. KM sample conformity measure was .775. Alert spectral verification result was 1,409.095, and the degree of freedom was 136, which is appropriate for factor analysis. As the result of factors analysis, the commonest of measurement values was .312, .750, and the explanatory variance by those factors was 62.097%. Crowbar's value standard to date mine library was 0.775 for social factor, .784 for behavioral intention, .675 for certification, .612 for cognitive factors, and .726 for behavioral intention. The rest of the behaviors, except the certification and the cognitive factors, show me then .7, which satisfies the standard value or internal consistency evaluation. Table 1 is the result showing reliability and validity of the research tool. The result of analysis on the correlation is a study is seen to be relevant as the table 2 shows. As a result of analysis to correlations of co-effectiveness value does not appear to be more than .7. So it is judged that there is no problem with multicollinearity. The relationship between experience, inducing factors, and the certification. Table 3 shows the result of multiple regression analysis to test hypothesis 1, hypothesis 2, and hypothesis 3 concerning the influence certification of experience inducing factors. As a result of regression coefficient and experience inducing factors in the success industry. Cognitive factors 3.326 P.001. Emotional factors 2.305 P.022. And the social factor T 2.811 P.005. We were statistically significant. Therefore, hypothesis 1, hypothesis 2, hypothesis 3 were spotted. In summary, cognitive, emotional, and social factors is experience inducing factors of success industries world. Factors are effect of certification of the visitors. It turns out of experience induced factors are very important for visitors who want to experience to success industry. The result of sample regulation analysis to validate hypothesis 4 on the effect of experiential certification on the behavioral intention after perception of experiential certification in the success industries are follows. As a result of testing on the regression coefficient visitor certification T 7.021 P0 was statistically coefficient, therefore the hypothesis 4 was spotted. In summary, experiential certification in the success industry is very important factors influencing policy on visitor behavioral intention afterward. In addition, it can be seen that the three factors of experience inducement present in the study should be focused on as the inspire in the certification of the visitor. Therefore, in order to achieve the development and sustainability of success industry, efforts should be made to develop various experience programs, encouraging and certification of the visitor. The success industry is area to South Korea is having recently introducing and it is slow in its development compared to our industries. Although it takes a number of administrative and monetary support in the policy, its effectiveness is higher or bit limited. The study focuses on experience as the characteristic of the success industry in Korea and aims to conduct a survey of impact experience certification of success industry expensive experience effects on the behavioral intention of the visitor in the future. In addition, this study aims to find distinct factors of experience through empirical analysis into urban residents can enjoy the experience of success industry, which lead to revisit and recommended experience to others. The findings prior to my empirical analysis suggested to the experience inducing factors in the success industry such as community factors, emotional factor, and the social factor have a positive effect on the certification. In addition, the certification of experience has a positive effect on behavioral intention after the perception and over certification with the experience inducing factors. The impression of seeing time is that the factors that can induce experience are very important for the visitor who wants to experience the success industry. And it was found of experience certification in the success industry is very important factor that has a positive effect of behavioral intention of the visitor of the future. Therefore, efforts are needed to encourage the certification of the visitor for the development and the sustainability of success industry. Despite this fruitful result of research, this study has a limitation of generalization in that it is set of several of visitors who visited the success industrial experience centered in Jung. In the future, it is hoped that in the research will have carried out the tech visitor to the success industry and to generalize or continue development through the collection of regional limitation and exceptional samples. Thank you very much.